Outsourcing 2.0, a video podcast series powered by SupportNinja. I'm your host, Jack Malaco, and here with me today is the Senior Vice President for Products and Innovation at SupportNinja, Rio Barrameda. Rio, it's a pleasure to have you on the show today.
Hi, Jack. Happy to be here.
Rio, we're going to talk about some great things in the realm of AI and outsourcing. But when it comes to that, no two businesses have the exact same needs, and no two outsourcing vendors provide the same tools or services, even if it seems like they are. So this is especially true with the increasing use of AI, especially in the outsourcing realm. It's always ambiguously packaged sometimes as this kind of silver bullet solution. So the main question remains, how do you pick the best AI-enabled outsourcing partner for the job, especially when it comes to these tough questions? So that's why we have Rio on the show today to discuss some of the top considerations and some good questions to ask your outsourcing provider to suss out the reality of what they can actually provide. So Rio, we've got two questions on the docket today. I won't take up too much of your time. And we'll begin with the first one, which is, what are some of the most important considerations you need to look at when you're considering AI offerings from an outsourcing vendor?
That's a really great question. I can offer several considerations. The first one is to pick apart the hype from the truth. Actually, advertising sometimes, is overrated, and you really need to dig in to try and understand what the actual solution is. There are several questions that you can ask. What specific problem does it solve for me? What level of effort does it actually augment from my business? What kind of effort will be taken back if it's implemented? And I think more importantly, how does it help my business thrive? What value does it actually create for me? The next one is support availability. Many times you don't know what you're buying and you're just buying a tool and that's it. There's nothing else. And implementing a tool requires a lot of energy, a lot of resources. There's onboarding, configuration. You need to tailor it to your specific needs. You need to integrate it into existing and core systems. In many instances, it's a vanilla system that you're buying, and it doesn't bring any value unless you develop it appropriately for your specific business. So you need to really ask, what services are included? Will there be development work? Will there be onboarding support? Will there be people who will help implement this for me? Or will I be left to my own devices once I purchase the software? Because in many cases, that's actually what happens. Finally, I think data privacy is very important. We have to look for and understand the security and privacy, certifications, posture of whatever it is that you're buying. Because at the end of the day, unless you secure the data of your customers and your business, then there's no point in implementing.
That's all great stuff, Rio. It seems like there's a lot of considerations you need to take into account when you approach this sort of thing, especially in regards to AI. At the end of the day, it really seems like it needs to be a two-way street. There has to be a relationship between the partner and the outsourcing vendor, right? I mean, if they just sort of sign a contract and go, okay, I'm good. This outsource team has everything under control. I never need to talk to them. Whatever they want to do, that's perfect. That doesn't really seem to be the best solution, is it? It's sort of a collaborative effort, isn't it?
Oh, yes, for sure. And in SupportNinja, we have what we call the accelerated deployment model, which specifically targets, understanding what the proof of the value is. In my experience doing this exercise so many times, I find that maybe 30 to 40% is the truth compared to what, the vendor's actually selling. So it's very important to understand, get in under the hood and understand what you're actually buying.
So you definitely need to do your homework. Well, that's a really interesting thought, because we'll lead into this second question, which moves a little bit away from AI, but goes more into the realm of outsourcing in general. And that's, what are some of the most important considerations you should know when picking a vendor in general, right? Completely divorced from the idea of AI. Let's just talk about how you choose a vendor.
Oh, yes, there are several, considerations there as well. First is time to value. That's very critical. And the question really there is, can I get my team up and ready quickly, or will this require an enormous amount of effort on my end in order to implement this partnership? The second one is agility. Can it scale with my business or my customers' growth? Is it going to solve the problems just of today, or will it scale with me as I see other, problems in the future. And the last one is, does it actually align with my strategic goals? Because labor arbitrage is not the answer. It's about quality. It's about, delivering excellent services. And, that should be part of the reason why you're outsourced.
Yeah, absolutely. And I keep going back to this term I keep hearing, and it's really value at the end of the day, right? It's not that labor arbitrage, because that's really the kind of the trap that people fall into with traditional outsourcing, right? It's just, okay, outsourcing, just sign a contract. Some people will do some email answering or phone answering for me, and then boom, that's it. That is just the bare minimum, right? I mean, every outsourcing provider on the face of the earth says they can provide that, but it's really that value at the end of the day that brings value, as it were, to the actual partnership with a contract or with a partner and their outsourcing vendor, right?
Yeah, very much so. And, in SupportNinja, we come in, we empathize, we try and understand, at a very deep level, our customers' challenges, and then we craft solutions for them. And this is not just technical solutions. The core of our business is people. And if we complement the people with a technical solution, that's we're golden. Products in themselves are not the solution for customer problems. It's about, understanding what we're trying to solve, be it through, a tool, a product, or, people. The combination of them is actually the answer and the solution.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Rio, thank you so much for your time today. Everyone, again, this has been Rio Barrameta, our Senior VP for Products and Innovation here at SupportNinja. Rio, thank you for your time. We appreciate you so much here. So as we look at this in review, this is a point where it pays to be thoughtful and to really consider all the factors at hand. It's not just about the tech. It's about how the tech works with the human team that you have and how you can drive value for you, your company, and most importantly, your customers. If you missed our previous episode, we discussed how AI is really being used in companies. And hey, we've got plenty more on the way. In the next episode, we're going to talk about better together. Humans and AI working together, which is the best path forward, and enhancing customer experience with humans in the loop. To learn even more about what we talked about today, check out the full blog that this episode was adapted from and can be found on the SupportNinja website under Resources. And this has been Outsourcing 2.0, a video podcast series powered by SupportNinja. I'm your host, Jack Malacco. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next one.